Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here on Thursday the 15th of December. Got an update for you on how things progress tonight with the risk of snow in the south, and also developments on the models into next week too. Let's take a look at tonight first of all. This is from the NAE model at weatheronline.co.uk. The NAE is the high resolution of the Met Office model. The time here in the top left hand corner, look. As we knock it on, you'll notice how the model is bringing tonight's low further south, look, through the channel. So it's actually shifted position by about 30-40 miles in the last run and brought it further southwards through the channel. Now that ties in quite nicely with the GFS as well, because that's doing similar things now, taking it through the channel. That pulls southwards the snow risk across England and Wales, so I think less of a risk of snow than there once was. This is the GFS predicted weather between midnight and 6 o'clock on Friday morning, and these blue triangles show us the snow risk. The green dots are rain. You can see really it's trying to pull through a period of snow across much of Wales, the Midlands, central southern England too. Super critical as to exactly what height you're at as to whether you get snow. This is the forecast snow accumulation by tomorrow morning from the NAE model. You can see it's got it through Wales mainly and across sort of Gloucestershire, Oxfordshire, going out to Wiltshire. I actually think the risk area is more in here, in this sort of zone. So it's kind of, if you took a line from, let's say from Aberystwyth, across to Birmingham and across to Norwich, it's south of there that we see the big risk. And it's sort of the south to southwestern parts of the Midlands that I think sees most risk of all. But at low levels, little more than slush. I think at higher levels, yeah, there could be 3 or 4 centimetres of snow. But low down, some places may see slush, some places may see absolutely nothing at all. So that's the risk for tonight. What about over the coming days? Well, here's the overall trend from the GFS model, and it's the reds that I want you to follow here. This is the maximum temperature line predicted, and the dates are across the bottom here. And you can see how the maximum bounces around through this weekend with a cold weekend to come. But then early next week, look, a significant rise in temperature as the flow turns more into the southwest. Now, I've blogged a bit about this in the musings, and I really want to show you why it is you can't quite trust what the models are telling us just at the moment. This is the prediction from the GFS model for midday next Thursday. In fact, let's knock that on to be midday on Friday. That's the one I want to show you. So there we go. That's taking us up until Friday. You see how it's building this ridge out towards the west. We've got this trough out towards the east. Now, look at the 500 millibar chart, and it's this that we're getting the real clues from. This is the 500 millibar chart for next Friday, and excuse me, what it shows once it's loaded is there's the trough that we saw in the surface chart. This is absolutely critical. This U-shaped trough here is critical to the development of the weather as we get into the Christmas period. Before that, I think we'll get a southwesterly flow, so quite a mild southwesterly flow, which is what we picked up on the chart there with the temperatures rising. But it's this trough that really is key. Let me show you why. Because this is the run from midday on Wednesday, and it was this run that gave us the sudden change into high pressure building through next Friday, extending from the Atlantic into Russia. But look, the key is this area of low pressure here and an area of low pressure in the Mediterranean. It's those that force the high northwards and cause this flow to become more east or southeasterly. So what is it that's causing those? Well, let me show you. Remember that trough that I've just shown you at 500 millibars? Well, this is the forecast from midday yesterday for next Friday. There's the trough, look, exactly the same, the U shape in the height. But look, we've got a cut-off. You see that 560 line there? What's happened, excuse me, is that the trough has moved its way eastwards. It's then broken at its weakest point on the southern side of the trough, left a piece behind here in the Bay of Biscay, it will eventually join up with the cold pool across Italy. This trough to the north just moves off into Scandinavia, and pressure builds across the UK with an easterly flow tying into the area of high pressure across Russia. Now, things have changed in subsequent runs, and the idea has gone back to high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north, west to southwest flow throughout the Christmas period. But I do think this needs watching, because I think this has flagged something up. This has flagged up a distinct possibility. The Canadian model did this last weekend on Saturday for one run and one run only, brought in this easterly. Now the GFS has done it as well. We're still a week away from when this could develop, and I think realistically, if we haven't really seen it by the beginning of next week, then it's a busted flush. But I think we need to watch for this, because this is a distinct possibility. Watch each run come through. Watch this trough moving east, and just see if it develops a breakaway piece here down to the south. I'll keep you updated throughout the musings, of course, and throughout the blogs and the tweets, etc. But it's a very interesting development, and I'd be very interested to know if the GFS has got this first of all. Now, as always, the site is kept free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen, so if you see one you like, do click on it, and thanks for watching.